Alrighty.
Hey, you're alive.
Alrighty, thank you. Okay. Well, the regular meeting in Gates Fire District to order at let's see, 6:30 p.m. Right on time. And Commissioner Holfelder, would you please lead us in the pledge?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
Liberty.
liberty,
Justice.
and justice for all.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Alrighty. I don't think we have any guests, but let's see. We need approval of the prior meeting minutes for April 23rd. Need a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Commissioner Paduano to approve the April 23rd, 2020 regular commission meeting minutes, seconded by
I will, Dan Cox.
Commissioner Cox. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. Treasurer Carol.
Okay, you should all have a copy of the treasurer's report dated April 30th.
We do.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Cox to approve the treasurer's report as of March 31st, 2020. Second,
Second.
Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And next we have the monthly disbursements.
I'll make that motion.
A motion made by Commissioner Caminelli to approve the monthly disbursements report. Second,
Second, Howfelder.
Commissioner Holfelder, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
And next we'll go through the profit and loss report.
actually, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, we haven't spent no money.
Yeah, really.
Mr. Chairman, do we approve that or do we just look at it?
We approve it.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cox to approve profit and loss. Seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next we have the accounts payable report.
I make a motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Caminelli to approve the accounts payable report.
Second,
Seconded
Howfelder.
by Commissioner Paduano or Commissioner Holfelder, excuse me.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then the last report is the LoSAP. Little better than,
But huh?
Little
Yep, little
better
bit of-
than last time.
Yeah.
improvement.
2 times. I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Caminelli to
Second.
accept the profit and loss, or the LoSAP statement summary. Seconded by
Padawan.
Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then the last thing is I do apologize. I transferred the money that was to go to the reserve accounts that we had budgeted for. And then I thought I never transferred the 35,000. I transferred that after and then realized that the reason it wasn't transferred is that we had agreed to keep it into the general funds. So
Yeah.
it has been transferred back.
Okay, 'cause that money was supposed to be earmarked for Chief Cooley's radios.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay,
Now, is that the one that we can't spend it yet because it didn't get in the paper on time?
30 days.
No, this was money that wasn't supposed to go to reserves. We're
Okay,
not supposed to
alright.
have to hold it.
Right,
no,
but we did. Okay, yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
it was a different set of monies.
That's all I have.
Okay, good job, Carol. Thank you. And Julie?
Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
All right, District Secretary.
Assistant Chief Cooley distributed informational bulletin 20-017 to all personnel regarding a group vacancy. The
You get any
commissioners,
takers on that, Chief?
pardon?
Did you get any group, any takers on that?
Yeah,
No, okay.
The commissioners should have received the April-May 2020 Fire District Affairs pamphlet from the Fire District Association of Fire Districts of the State of New York. Resolution -2020.4.9.1 was published in the May 7th edition of the Messenger Post. Assistant Chief Cooley distributed informational bulletin 20-018 to the line officers and dispatchers regarding a part-time dispatcher position. Assistant Chief Cooley distributed administrative order 20-008 to all personnel regarding operational changes in response to COVID-19. Assistant Chief Cooley distributed to all personnel COVID-19 return to normal operations recovery plan. And that's all I have.
oh, thank you. Chief is excused. Assistant Chief's report.
Okay.
You're welcome.
For April 2020, there were 224 calls for service, which is down 143 calls from 2019, with 740 members attending. As you saw, I sent out in an email, I put the recovery plan together that outlines the process and the timeline for when we will transition back and how we'll do so. I would like to thank the Board of Fire Commissioners and the directors for following the guidance on returning to in-person meetings. So maybe not necessarily in this meeting, but offline, we could probably sit down and chat about, you know, a timeline when we can actually start doing that again. So
Fair enough.
we can
Right.
maybe.
In regards to those meetings, when we go live again, is I think instead of having it in the admin building, we bring it over to Station 1 in the meeting room. Keep that social distancing. That'll be my recommendation. When we
Yeah, I
do-
think we can, I definitely think we can have those conversations. I don't think we have to really do it right here, but
I'm just saying, we can have those.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I think that's a logical way to go.
okay. Mechanic's cell phone, his personal cell phone is on its last legs. And he does not plan on replacing his personal cell phone when it dies, mainly because he's pretty close to retirement, and his family only really needs one cell phone between the family. Depending on when it dies, it's probably going to be very difficult for us to get a hold of our mechanic if his wife has the cell phone. I know there's been different thoughts floated out there about adding cell phones to the district plans. We've had conversations about this previously, but if there's, I don't know if there's any interest in adding a cell phone for his position. He feels that it would definitely be worth it. If we were to add a cell phone to our plan, you know, the phones themselves are relatively inexpensive, but the monthly plan, I think, is like around $40 a month. So I'm just throwing it out there for thoughts to the board to see if there's any interest in doing that.
So currently, he's using his personal phone, so us to get a hold of him.
Correct.
So if he gets the new phone and the district purchases it, is he gonna hang on to that? Or is it, I mean, exclusive use of him or his wife?
No, it would be used for his position. So it would just be for district use. So when he was done in that position, he would turn the phone in.
Okay. All right. I understand.
Are we reimbursing him currently for his phone usage at all? Okay.
I believe the only ones that are getting reimbursed are fire commissioners.
Good.
And there are no extra phones, right? Like from the membership secretary that had one at one time with the previous people that were in that position, right? So we're talking in addition to, correct?
Correct.
Well, I think Rocky, or I guess the way we should look at it is the district mechanic, certainly for his position and what we need. It certainly makes sense to me. So I'll make a motion
agree.
that we, you know, whatever that budget is as we go into it. I'm not sure we need to wait for Rocky's phone to die because that's his family. We probably ought to let him handle his phone with his wife if it's dying, and we ought to go forward getting the district mechanic a phone that stays with the district mechanic title, not with Rocky as he moves, whatever that future looks like.
Agreed.
Okay. Agreed.
I'll second it if you made a motion, Dan.
Motion made by Commissioner Cox to purchase the district mechanic position, a district phone. Seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, equipment for surplus. The mechanic would like to dispose of our old Mobotron laptop mounting systems. These were the brackets that we used to use to mount the old laptops in the apparatus. They've been partsed out to use for brackets to mount the new iPads, and they're no use to us anymore. So he would like to dispose of those.
Yeah, make a motion, we surplus that piece of equipment.
I'll second
Motion
that.
made by Commissioner Caminelli to surplus the old Mobotron laptop mounting brackets. Seconded by
Commissioner
second.
Hellfelder.
Commissioner Holfelder. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Lieutenant Mins would like to dispose of 9 lengths of 1 3/4 inch, 7 lengths of 2.5 inch, and 9 lengths of 4-inch hose due to its age and or damage. We have purchased a new hose for the replacement of this hose, and we have more hose on order.
Yeah, motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Caminelli to surplus the hose Lieutenant Mins requested. Second,
I'll second it.
seconded by Commissioner Cox. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. As we discussed previously, the Charlie Fire Department had reached out to us about interest in us dispatching. Last week, I told them that we are not going to be interested in taking over their dispatching responsibilities for them. I had a conversation with the chief from Charlie, the chief from Henrietta, and I also sat down with the union and had conversations with them. I don't see it a benefit the Gates Fire District. So Henrietta also turned them down as well. Equipment purchases. Lieutenant Sullivan, along with the mechanic, is looking to spend $2,680 with MSH Custom Fabrications to fabricate 4 custom brackets and the relocating of attic ladders on all 4 engines. $1,400 was budgeted for the brackets, and the remainder of the work would be come out of Ralph's maintenance budget.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by
Second.
Commissioner Caminelli for to approve the purchase of the brackets and relocate the attic ladders on the 4 engines. Seconded by
Second.
Paduano, Commissioner
Yes.
Paduano. Thank,
Yep.
and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Lieutenant Coletta is looking to replace the broken New York City hook from 4530. The cost of the hook from Churchville Fire Equipment is $147.50.
Chief, question on that.
Yes, sir.
Being I was involved with the incident with it, is it just due to convenience that we're going to Churchville for that price? Because it seems like it's a little bit excessive compared to what we had researched that night with the crew involved. So
I asked the lieutenant to do the research for me, so I did not do any research on it. I'm assuming that was the most reasonable price that he found. If you want to put it on hold to do a little bit more research, we can.
just a question again. I thought there were a couple in surplus from 4520 in the garage. That evening when it was utilized for training and it was broken, I was told that there were some in storage. Do we know if that was ever confirmed or not?
So there are some in storage. The term surplus is not an accurate statement. Those are assigned or are supposed to be going on to the new Quint when that arrives. So I know that they took one from storage and put it on 30 so that they have one, but we still need to replace the one that will be going on the new Quint when it arrives.
Okay. Okay. If he's done his research, I recommend we approve it.
I'll
I'll
second it.
follow up on it. What's that?
Move forward with it, Dana?
Yeah, move forward.
Commissioner Paduano made the motion to replace the broken New York City hook at cost from Churchville Fire Equipment at a cost of $147.50. Second,
Cox.
Commissioner Cox, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Lieutenant Sullivan is looking to purchase the following: 4 2.5-inch Elkhart brass shutoff nozzles with Indy-Stack tips from Elizaco for $3,388.60. 12 1.5-inch caps and 4 2.5-inch caps from Churchville Fire for $310. So just a little quick explanation. There was $2,000 budgeted for new nozzles this year. We adjusted, I don't know if you recall, but we adjusted the amount of hose that we purchased so that we came in under budget this year for the cost of hose. So the intent was, because we've been kind of stepping the purchases. So last year we bought hose, this year we bought hose, we bought some nozzles last year, we bought some nozzles this year. With the funds that were kind of budgeted, we were going to come up short again this year for funds. So we altered some stuff to try to get all 4 engines identical this year instead of waiting another year. So with the purchases of the hose that we've already approved with these nozzles, all 4 engines would be identical again. So with the surplus of 1,613 from the hose purchase and the 2,000 that was budgeted, we come very, very close to what we need for the total. We're about $85.60 over the budget amount, but that's pretty close. So, so technically, I guess I would need two motions, one for the nozzles from Elizaco and then one from the caps from Churchville Fire.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
Tim, on the 2.5, the new nozzles, do we have old ones that were taken off?
Yes, there was some.
And so my point would be, is there any value to those, Tim, or?
No, that's why we're getting, I want to say no, because that's why we're getting rid of them, but if
Couple of
there
them
is, well,
broken.
Okay. I mean, 50 cents on a dollar versus 10 cents on a dollar, I didn't know if there was something there, that's all. So, but I would support doing this when we look at the way it washes out after the last funding here, the way you managed it. So I'll make a motion that we move forward with the Elkhart brass shutoffs, Dave, and then we'll do the cap second.
Motion made
Second.
by Commissioner Cox to approve the purchase of 4 caps from Churchville Fire.
No, negative, the
Second.
Elkhart brass shutoff, the
Nozzles.
nozzles. Nozzles
Oh.
right now, Dave.
I thought you said caps. I'm sorry. Okay, well, the 4 nozzles from Lysico, the amount of $33.8860.
so just for clarification, it's 4 2.5 nozzles and 2 1.5 nozzles.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Dana, you seconded it, right?
Yes, I did.
Seconded, Dana?
Yes, I did.
All right, seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now we can move forward.
Now I'll make a motion on the caps.
Okay, Commissioner Cox made the motion on the purchase of the caps from Churchville Fire Equipment in the amount of $310. Second,
Second it.
seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Now, we should never spend money on 2.5 task force tips anymore, right? Or maybe not, I don't know, as we go forward, huh? Because we got a bunch of those.
Yeah. Captain Amendolara is looking to spend $89 for a replacement LED flashlight from Churchville Fire Equipment for $45.32.
I'll make that motion. Looking
Second.
for a second, seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Lieutenant Collette is looking to purchase a vacuum for Station 3. We budgeted $350 for this purchase. He called Aspen Leader and got a quote for the identical one that I believe we bought last year for dispatch maybe. That vacuum was $450, so it's over budget. But talking to the dispatchers, they're not really pleased with that vacuum. And he would like to buy a Shark vacuum for Amazon for $269, which is less than the budgeted amount.
I'll make that motion.
Dan, that
I'll
was
make the
you?
motion.
No, that was me.
Sure.
Kelly.
That
Sorry,
was you? You made the motion? Okay, sorry, Lou. Commissioner Caminelli made the motion to approve the purchase of a Shark vacuum from Amazon for $269. Seconded? Who seconded
I'll
it?
second
I'll
it.
second.
Commissioner Cox, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so just for reference here, Beck, I believe sometime around the end of February or the beginning of March, Ralph and I went out to Churchville Fire Equipment to discuss the issues that we were having with 4530. We sat down with John Alfieri out there, and then when we left, there were some action items that were left open from that meeting. In the past week or two, I did get some correspondence from Churchville Fire Equipment First off, they went through the service history and worked with Pierce on securing $1,562 credit for an AC repair that we previously paid for. Along with that, Churchville Fire Equipment is giving us an additional $2,000 credit as a good faith gesture, giving us a little over $3,500 credit on hand. Along with that, Churchville Fire Equipment will be covering the portion of the prorated paint job that 4530 needs. It's into that portion of the warranty that we would pay for on a prorated level for the warranty work. So Pierce is going to cover their normal end according to the warranty, but Churchville Fire Equipment is going to cover the $1,505 portion of the paint job. So when we send that vehicle in for paint, there will be no charge to us. Lastly, last year we sent in our Roscoe smoke machine to Churchville Fire Equipment for repair. We spent about $118 on that repair. When it came back, we never used it because of all our training that for the smoke machine had already surpassed. So it sat on the shelf until this year. Then when we pulled it off the shelf again, it didn't work. So we sent it back out to Churchville. They sent it out to the manufacturer again. The estimate came back for the repair at $403. Churchville decided that because the machine is just about 9 years old and that we sent it out last year and had it repaired and now we didn't use it and it still broke, that in the name of customer service and keeping a positive relationship with us, they're replacing the smoke machine to us at no cost. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention so that you know where we stand with that. And I appreciate the effort that they are putting into maintaining the relationship that we have with them. The RFFT program, that's, as you saw in the emails that exchange going around, that's scheduled to start June 1st. I forwarded the copies from everything that I have to the board in the email, so you should have everything that I have. All the participating agencies have agreed to assign their MTOs to this class. Lieutenant Cominelli is working on completing a schedule. And I personally would like to thank the Board of Fire Commissioners for allowing us to move forward with this collaboration. I also sat down with the union, as you know, and we put together a memorandum of understanding with Local 3792. And I'm hoping that I can get an approval to move forward with that MOU with Local 3792.
Very good.
Motion.
Make the motion.
Commissioner Cox
Second.
made the motion to enter with the MOU with the Local 3792 for the RFFT program. Seconded.
Right. Second.
Commissioner Paduano, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you all, gentlemen.
Chief, back to you too on all that work. I mean, I know between you and the MPO and other people, so it's worthwhile, right? When we get all done, good job.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Acts of kindness. So I wanted to let the Board of Fire Commissioners know that we've received many acts of kindness from the community during this COVID-19 timeframe. Just some of the examples were pizzas being delivered to the firehouses at no charge, Brookley delivering dinner, a resident made dinners and brought them to the firehouse, cakes and cookies being dropped off. These are just to name a few. With that, I've worked with Donna on sending personalized thank you cards to each and every one that I'm aware of that's brought these acts of kindnesses to the firehouse. So to my knowledge, that all of them have been sent out and we're up to date on that. Also, on Thursday, May 7th, a town resident called the firehouse wanting to thank the firefighters that honked and waved at her and her kids while they were out on a walk on the day prior in the area of Lyle Road and Woodshire Lane. She wanted to let us know how special her kids felt because we spent the time and relayed an act of kindness towards them. So I just wanted to bring these things to your attention and let you know what your firefighters are doing on a daily basis.
Has the crew's been notified of that?
Dialogue
too?
in a minute? Go ahead.
So I heard Commissioner Paduano, yes, the crews have been notified. The supervisors were sent all the information.
Very good.
I was gonna bring up for discussion, Jim, or for the whole commission, but is this something we should perhaps highlight on our boards, our message signs, messages that we have out there, to something to the effect of, we appreciate all your support during this Corona-19, or come up with something through Kaylee's office, your office, Tim?
We certainly can. So some of them we have posted on social media.
Right.
So, but yeah, for like a general one to cover them all, yeah, I'm totally in with that.
I mean, I'm just thinking that it'd just be one more way of making sure everybody sees it, right? I mean, especially
Yes.
at this time of need and requirement, social media is important, but maybe even that sign, I don't know if you need a motion to do that or not, but I'm all for it.
No, I'll take care of that. I don't need a motion.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Just as an FYI, the budget sheets have been sent out to all the line officers. They've been given a timeline to get those back. And district inspections worksheets have been sent out to the line officers as well. District inspection sheets are supposed to be turned in by the end of the month, so that Chief's office has time to review them, and then we'll turn them over to the House Commissioners so that you guys can complete the remainder of your district inspections. And just as an FYI, I'll be out of town next Thursday, May 21st through Monday, May 25th for the holiday weekend. I will have my phone, and I'll be able to access email, and I'll have my laptop as well.
Chief,
And
Who will be in charge in your stead?
you took my,
so I'm not, I don't want to say they'll be in charge, because I'll have my phone and I'll be available for questioning or anything like that. So I would say that
Yep.
I'll still remain in charge, but the duty officer will handle the day-to-day stuff like they normally do.
Okay.
I'm reviewing the staffing levels to make sure that there's an adequate level of supervision
Okay.
during my absence.
Very good.
Enjoy your time, Tim.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hopefully it'll be
Lastly,
warm.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hopefully it'll be warm.
Hopefully. Lastly, I have a request for executive session.
Okay, thank you. Projects, 5-year plan is in progress, rooftop units. We put that on hold due to the Corona pandemic. Are we gonna plan on moving forward with that anytime soon? Anybody?
Well, I'm hearing that tomorrow, construction will be back, so we can start to look at the, getting Wolf back to Station 2. I'll talk with Dan on that and make sure everything's done according to the CDC guidelines, but I'm sure Wolf will have a platform for them to be able to come in and, have them start to look at adjusting that bunk room project that's currently on hold.
And let's see here. Station 3 rear parking lot, that's the drainage, that's gonna be still status quo. Building utilization committee, hopefully we can get that back up and running during the summer. Parking lot replacement for Station 1, I'm gonna keep that on hold, Dan.
Okay.
Lou?
I really think we should move forward on that. I mean, especially with the construction being somewhat forward. I know Dan worked pretty hard on that along with Joe.
Okay.
I just think that we should move forward on it.
All right,
So let me run with it, Dave, and what I'll do is over the next couple of weeks, I'll get back to everybody, because we were working close with a couple of suppliers, and then we were trying to develop a spec. and then go back out because we had some ideas for costs. So I'll keep everybody posted with an email, but full speed ahead. I hear you loud and clear, and to try to get some
Just
more
trying to
budget.
keep everything, you know,
Yeah.
in the
I
queue,
have
so
been
to
in-
speak.
I have
Okay.
been in touch, just for a quick conversation on this. I have been in touch with those that bid on it. And they are working, doing repairs in the big commercial jobs. So they are working. All of them that were interested in our job. So that's good. To Lou's point, I'm just saying to Commissioner Caminelli, who's right. They
Right.
are,
Yep.
they're working. Asphalt plants are open, right, Dana?
Yes,
And,
we'll be with the construction on the 15th anyway.
Dan,
Thank you.
Dan, if you need any assistance, I'm available for you. Okay,
Okay.
so I just want to let you know about that also.
Super. Great.
All righty. Chairman Hancock's report. Well, first off, we received our annual anonymous letter indicating that the fire district is not in compliance with posting or meeting minutes and the annual budget on the website. We've addressed this before with the attorney. Because this gentleman or lady does not want to come forward, we put it in the circular file.
Dave, I just
Yes.
want to say one thing, that I actually reviewed the letter against the letter we received in January, and it's the exact same letter.
Yeah, it's the exact same letter as last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Dave, Dave, on that note, I just wish that person, if he's listening tonight, to make note that when we go back to live meetings, that person is more than able to come to a meeting and address us personally and show us.
absolutely.
You know, don't hide behind a pen and
Yep.
a piece of paper. You know, so we look forward to hear from you and see it.
Their contribution is welcomed.
Pressure washer at Station 3 has bit the dust. And as soon as I can find it from Donna here. Great. Well, it is not coming up.
I got it as 269, Dave,
Yeah, something like, yeah.
269 Amazon.
Yep, from Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe investigated with Home Depot, and Amazon prices is cheaper.
Yep.
We only have that one pressure washer in the district, plus the Steam Jenny at Station 1. This is more portable, so I'd like to make a motion that we replace the old pressure washer with a new one at Don, you
269.
got the cost, right?
269.
yep.
Three prices, Dave, are 319, 299, and 269.
Thanks, Dana.
You're welcome.
I don't know why it won't come up on the phone. I need a second.
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
All right. I'll let Donna, you want to let Joe know?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
And request executive session. Vice Chairman Caminelli's report.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hancock. Okay, the first thing on my agenda is the healthcare status. I know that we had a visual meeting with the union in regards to this. And I know Chief Gooley had a one-on-one with the union, and I don't know if this got brought up at all. It's sort of time sensitive, and it deals with the contract. So I guess that's my question.
Any updates I would have on that would be discussed in executive session.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. The other thing would be, I imagine the contract updates will probably be also be with the executive session too, probably, right?
I would agree with that statement.
Okay, great. And the budget, I know budget time's coming up and we usually start in July. My personal opinion is, I think we have to really take a look at this budget this year. That the 17% budget that we proposed last year and carried, I think with the circumstances what's happening here in our country, I think we really have to really tighten the line on this and be very sensitive on how far we go.
Yep.
And tight to the bone as far as for our budget coming up. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Lou.
Yep.
Commissioner Holfelder's report.
My report, I really don't have a report. I was just kind of looking for, and I could ask Chief during his report, just a brief overview of our sanitation program. I'm just, as a safety piece. And secondly, I'd like to thank ServPro for sanitizing our apparatus. And just, Chief, if you could, what kind of are we doing is to protect our personnel and keep our equipment as clean as possible.
So as you know, ServPro did come in and do that sanitation for all the apparatus at no charge for us. That was extremely generous. The firefighters are doing a daily cleaning of the station and the apparatus. And we're also looking into researching, getting some type of, I don't know what it's called, the actual term for it, but something to use to help us decon the apparatus. Captain Kaufman's been in conversation with a couple other agencies. They're looking at buying them too. So we're just trying to do the research to find out what we really need, what we need to buy, and then get some pricing on that. So that kind of is a work in progress.
That's fair. We're on it. That's what I was just looking to make sure we were on it, and it sounds like you're there.
Chief, is the ServPro a one-time only, or were they coming back?
As of right now, it was a one-time thing.
Okay, thank you. And that's more than generous, so that's terrific. I didn't know if it was where that stood, but maybe that's something we should even consider as part of the health and safety, right? So we can look at that.
Yeah, we'll look at some pricing for that as well.
I'm sure you are. Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief. That was a good explanation. I feel comfortable.
You all set?
I'm set.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Cox's report.
Okay, a couple things. As some of you may have heard, Joe Wainwright had put a request out for a miter box, power miter box, miter saw, and we went forward with that. It was a little less than $300. He's using it quite a bit now already with all the remodeling going on in various fire stations and so on, whether it's the Station 3 weight room that we are upgrading or, some of the other things that we've been doing. So that's appreciated and move forward. I had sent out an email earlier this week, I believe it was, in regards to the dispatcher remodeling. I guess I'll just ask the question, like we're looking at some of our projects now moving forward with Commissioner Holfelder there at Station 2 and HVAC, the asphalt work at admin/headquarters. The dispatching area, I did have a brief conversation with Chief Gooley, and we are looking at that. The cost of, and I talked to Adam too, the cost of computer equipment and getting it right now has gone extremely high. They've raised their prices and so on. So as we work together, Tim and I guess I'm just going to put it out there, Tim, and I would look for your support here, that this isn't the first or the top of the list of priorities as we move forward with our June 1st, what do you want to say, training going on and so on. But I'll start, dusting off the proposal. We've got to follow our purchasing procedure on this too. There's some costs here on the furniture and so on. So more to follow, but Tim, is that fair to say that as we get time, you and I will kind of sync up with Adam and the furniture and requirements, including transition plans and so on, right? It's not.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with you that there's definitely, excuse me, some more conversations that need to be had. It's not a priority. everything that is there is still functioning, but in the same aspect, we do want to make some upgrades to that stuff in there and get that changed out.
So in the spirit of we did have it on hold because of the corona in the last couple of months, but we'll start working on this also. And again, we'll prioritize it with the district team, including Adam and Chief Cooley. So thank you on that. Building utilization, again, as we go through budgets and stuff, I understand and I clearly support Commissioner Caminelli's discussion there a minute ago about 2021 budget. But as we go forward on that, we got to look at the district utilization. We had put that out, and then I know that we again shut down as we went forward with some of the thoughts and gathering information that we had from the captains of the houses and stuff like that. So that'll be something we need to look at as we get into the June, July process. And last but not least, I was approached by Board of Director Worth along with Cedar Creek. Annually, we spend typically a little more than $200 a year for the flowers and the shrubs and stuff that we upgrade or we put around our buildings and stuff, because we do have those planters. I'd like to make a motion that, or propose that we spend no more, not to exceed $200 for this year, allowing Cedar Creek to put in some impatiens and stuff across the front of one's planter there. And of course, we've got the planter at twos that's around the flagpole and stuff, just to bring it up to spec, if you want to call it that, bring it up to the public's eye. I think it always looks pretty nice around those flagpoles and stuff. And it's certainly, I think the town would appreciate it.
I'll second that. And Barney, we don't get any more snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Motion made by Commissioner Cox to spend up to $200 to allow Cedar Creek, have Cedar Creek install some color at Station 1 in the way of plants, flowers. Seconded
All
by
three
Commissioner
stations.
Canelli.
All three stations, David, will be at.
All three stations? Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
It'll
All
be the
three
same thing for
stations.
another year. Yep.
Seconded by Commissioner Caminelli. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And of course, executive session, we get a chance. So thank you.
Commissioner Padawano's report.
Okay, we already addressed the pressure washer, so the only thing I have now is the progress on the Station 3's fitness room. We took delivery on Monday of the remaining equipment, and it was installed, assembled, and the fitness room is in full operation. There are a few cosmetic things to finish up on that we talked to in the initial plans, and one of which was the mirrors for the room. And it was Commissioner Hofelder, if you were involved with the mirrors for Station 2, or who was. We can get together and discuss those price. And
Yeah,
who the vendor was.
I'll be happy to go over the mirrors, and I think we can do a good job getting them taken care of for you.
Okay, all right.
In fact, I'm available this week. If you got time, let's
This week.
discuss it in an open area, and we'll we'll see if we can't get some mirrors on
This week
order.
as in Friday only, or
No,
tomorrow?
I'm-
or all next week?
I'm good. I am tagged out for this week, so I'm available.
Okay, all right, I'll be
So
in touch
just give me a
then.
jingle and I'll meet up with you.
Okay. Pretty much that's all we have for the fitness room, and I request the executive session.
David, just one thing I want to add on to that. There was a real nice utilization of space over there. So, hats off to everybody who was involved with that project.
I'll pass it on to them.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. You want to just go ahead and make the motion, Dana? For executive session?
Okay, make a motion to go into executive session.
Okay, motion made at 7:19 by Commissioner Padawano, seconded by Commissioner
I'll second.
Caminelli to enter executive session for the purpose of discussion regarding the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.